welcome to Ron Morgan's Theater of the Mind. I am Ron Morgan. This one's called Johnny Slink. It was a Friday night, Friday the 13th to be exact, my friend. I was staring at the neon lights flashing through my window. I lit up a cigarette. Made my way over to the window. I looked up at the sky and the snow was coming down like it was shaking from whitewash buckets. The snow settled and white-ivied all of the greasy spoons and bars and all the con artists and murderers and thieves down there on the street still waiting for their dreams. Well, I got news for those suckers. Their dreams have come and gone. Their dreams are like frozen spit on the sidewalk. Well, I was a lucky man once, too. One of New York's finest, police officer, 1945. Married man. Yeah, all the drinking and the carousing took front row center. Wife didn't want me, neither did the cops. I started thinking about all the people who were missing, phoning up my detective agency, looking for their loved ones. And the phone rang. Yeah, hello. Johnny. Mona? Help me. Where are you? I'm in the wild. You where? She hung up. Well, Mona's always getting into some trouble. I'll find out what it is. Can't be that serious. Seconds later, nonchalantly walking down a very crickety building. Soon to be the banks, if you know what I mean, come Monday. Heading out into a cold New York morning. A minute later, I was outside. I looked up at the snow and I was felting all the sounds of the city. And there was a V-shape of birds flying south, and I thought, I should be those birds. In fact, I should be the lead bird. I should be down in Florida fighting divorce cases, not up here chasing phantoms through wall fabric. Made my way to the car. I started the car up. I drove off to Mona's. I parked my car. I was standing outside of Mona's apartment building. The light was on, but nobody was moving. I had myself a little drink. I put the flask back in my pocket. I started thinking way back when I just got married. I came home late. Where were you? Mona said. Well, I was working on a case with a bunch of lawyer friends, my dear. We finished that case, and then we went and got another one. It was funny then, but it ain't funny now. I finished off my cigarette. I began to walk across the street. I looked up at the sky and the buildings were flying away in that dark, dark morning. I came up to the door. I opened the door up. I stepped inside. I started walking up a very, very scary staircase going up to see Mona. And I opened the door and stepped inside. On the floor was a jungle leaf. And on the table was just an arrow left pointing at the wall. The wall, I thought. I looked up at the wall and it was the scenery of a tropical jungle. I seen little eyes blinking in the back, and I ran towards them like any true-blooded American private I would into that deep jungle grass. I ran. We'll be right back to Johnny Slink right after this message from the NBD, the Make-Believe Diner. That's right, my friends. Come on down to the Make-Believe Diner and order from a Make-Believe waiter. Everything you want. Mashed potatoes, beef, turkey, all the trimmings, my friend. Drink as much as you want. There ain't no hangovers down here at the Make-Believe Diner. That's right, everything you want. That's right, cheeses and all the sweets. At the Make-Believe Diner, down at the corner of Nowheresville and Dead Ends Road. That's right, and the Make-Believe Diner promises if you do not gain 1 ounce, you're all right. But if you gain 1 gram of weight, we'll give you a free dinner every Sunday. The MBD Diner, right at the corner of Nowheresville and Dead Ends Avenue, right down in your town. Now back to Johnny Slink. I could not believe this. A second ago I was in New York, dead of winter, 1947. Now I'm in the jungle, my friend. I looked up at that red sun that was about to set. I don't want to be here in the dark. Suddenly a beautiful bluebird flew. He landed right in front of me, cocking his head, looking at me, the way creatures do, figuring you out. Then she begun to speak.
Are you looking for Mona?
Well, yes, I am, little birdie. And how do you know Mona?
Oh, I know Mona. And I know you too, Johnny.
I don't know you, bird.
Life, my friend, is a never-ending mystery. There are many dimensions in this great house of consciousness, Johnny. I was Eddie, the Speedo.
You can't be Eddie. Eddie's dead.
Oh, no, I'm not. Follow me to Mona.
I ain't going nowhere, birdie. You see that tree? That's where I entered this dimensional world, and I ain't leaving.
Follow me to Mona, and I will drop a blue feather. Put a pebble on it.
The bird flew off. I had no choice, my friend. All afternoon, we weaved through that jungle. He dropped the feather. I put a pebble on it. Finally, we came to the edge of the jungle. And there was great machinery and men working around, tearing up that red earth.
Mona is down there in that makeshift office by the jungle.
Thank you, birdie. Let me the way down. And I peered into that hut, my friend. Sure enough, there was Mona. She was strapped down. She had duct tape on her mouth. There were about 7 men there. They were staring at a silver light in their eyes. They looked like they were mesmerized, my friend. The silver light was going up and down and around. Finally, they all filed out, and I ran in there. Mona, Mona, and I tore off the duct tape.
Johnny, the Ninth Dimension Wall Fabric Company. Remember I bought that wallpaper?
Yeah?
Well, I put it up, and here's I am.
Oh my God, Mona. A lot of people have been phoning back in the real world at the agency for their loved ones that are lost. While I was untying her, I looked up at the wall, and there was a wallpaper scenery of the estate of Charles Browning, owner and operator of the Ninth Dimension Wall Fabric Company. Well, Mona, I think this man's got some answers, because I surely got the questions. And we leaned into that wall, my friend. And there we were. It was magic. We were on the coast walking up the driveway to the mansion of Charles Browning. And the wind was howling my name, my friend. Johnny, do you want another drinky boo? Drinky boo. went into the place. And there was Charlie, right at the end of the long hallway. "Come on in, Johnny. I've been waiting for you," he says. "Well, I don't even know you, Charlie." "Oh, yes, you do. Have you met the bird?"
Oh, Johnny,
Come. We moved up a little closer. "There's a lot of power in dream stuff, Johnny. Just ask your brother Phil. You leave him out of this. He didn't know what was going on." "Follow me, kids." And we followed Charlie. We started going down a long spiraling staircase, my friend. Down we went into this dimensional world. Finally, we came to a giant room that was all lit up. And there they were, all the missing people. They were all strapped down to gurneys, and they looked like plungers on their head with wires. And the wires, my friend, were going to a silver tube, and there sat zombies. And they were weaving, my friend, weaving from their mind-stuffed wall fabric. And they grabbed us, "Oh, my Johnny," and they put us down on the table, and they put that apparatus to my brain, and I went into a deep yoga. Everything started to crumble, my friend. I tore that apparatus off of my head, and I helped Mona, "Help!" And we ran. Mona was crying. We went up the spiral staircase, my friend. I could feel her right at my fingertips. They were at my heels, the zombies. We got out of the estate, and we jumped into the air. And there we were in the jungle. And they chased us, too. There we were, hiding in the deep jungle grass, and the bird flew up.
Johnny, follow the next leaf out.
Me and Mona waited. The next leaf that fell, we finger-tipped it out. When it landed, it was in the kitchen at Mona's. I tore that wall fabric down, my friend, and I never went back. Well, I'm Johnny Slink.